Oh.
Chang'an drank his too!
This drink is...
Delicious! It does have a touch of Jueyun chili, but it isn't at all overpowering. It's crisp and refreshing, with just a hint of numbness, and the Jueyun chili flavor. And oh, the slimes! Can we talk about the...
That's right! Slime's cool! I failed again!
I'm great! And I gotta try another! Diona, if you please, one more. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Oh, looks like...
Actually, before I...
Who'd have thought it? Diona and Chang'an are actually kinda similar.
Hmm?
Xiao? What's wrong?
Look over there.
You mean the leaf?
Something's written on it.
What? You can see that from over... Oh yeah, or it'll get swept away!
There's a poem written on it.
The paimon! It's...
Although the following lines suggest that they didn't end...
Why write a poem on a fallen leaf? The flowing waters are ruthless. They carry the leaves away with the current. It makes no sense to me.
That's true. I've heard Xingqiu say something similar. When there's things that you're unable to say, or just never had the chance...
Is it kinda like wishing at a fountain? I used to do that sometimes when I was little. So, that means that our mystery poet was probably hoping that someone would read it, right? You think? Then...
But we don't know who wrote it.
Why not go upstream?
upstream? Why?
The ink looks fresh. It can't have been written too long ago. This withered leaf floated down with the current. If we travel further upstream and drop a leaf into the same waters, it should be carried down past the original writer.
Cool! Aw, this is so romantic! Communicating with a mystery person using poems on fallen leaves! But how do we make sure that they'll receive it?
We can write extra copies and drop the leaves in different places. As they say...
Either way, it's our only option.
Then let's make like a tree and... Upstream, upstream, up we go! Oh, did you think of what to write? Ooh, great! Now...
Things you never had the chance to say before it was too late. When silence is the final word, we mourn the loss of things unheard. I have little talent for, nor knowledge of poetry.
The leaf's in the water! Look, it's like a little boat! Merrily, merrily down...
We should probably pick up the pace. We still have a few more leaves to set afloat.
Okay, let's go! Uh-huh. What's this? You two having a private chat?
No, it's nothing. I just hope this isn't all in vain.
Just how far did you all go?
Everyone catch your breath. Come on, deep breaths. 1, 2...
We made... Paimon gets tired if she has to fly too fast. Oh, not to mention dropping all those leaves. Paimon's hands are cramping up. Sounds like someone needs to exercise more. Huh? You guys picked up a new teammate while you were out?
Indeed. This is Kelly Rowe. I believe you'll Hi, everyone!
Hello, but you're not the only ones who's called in reinforcement. Wait. Xiao? Xiao, come on out!
Now that we've all regrouped, let's... Scratch that. Looks like we're still waiting on my co-host.
They say roosters crow at first light, and finches go to bed at night. But
Are the theatrics really necessary? We're already on day 2 of the festival.
But my dear, dear Paimon, it seems you are not yet aware. That was not for my own sake, but for a special guest who's joining us today.
Director Who's manner is as exuberant as ever. It always makes quite an impression.
Oh boy! Now this is a surprise.
Mr. Zhongli, I hope you are well.
Xingqiu, what can you tell me about Mr. Zhongli?
Yes, he's held in very high regard.
Allow me to introduce you all to Zhongli, a consultant at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. His expertise is limitless, stretching from the celestial orbs to the terrestrial ores. He may be my subordinate, but he is certainly a qualified poetry expert, and so...
The director exaggerates. I am but vaguely acquainted with a few lines of classical poetry. Should you consider me to be...
Yeah, enough with the modesty already. If I didn't know better...
Please rest assured that I shall rise to the occasion.
Let me do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great!
Huh? Are you counting me too? Okay, fine. But consider this a fate.
With our Fontaine friend present, perhaps we should rename this event to the Three Nations Congenial Poetry Gala. Also, I'm just noticing that Paimon should only count as a half teammate at most. Well, how about this? I'll join in as well. Director Hu Tao, here to help out in your hour of greatest need. What does everyone think?
Naturally, the more the merrier.
Then it's settled. Everyone else in the audience, feel free to join in too and support your favorite team. What about me? Shall I keep track of the score? No need for that. The teams are just a formality. We're all friends here, and this isn't intended to be competitive.
I concur, Director. Moreover, it would be disingenuous to impose upon our friend, since this is a congenial poetry gala. Should we not begin with inspiration?
That's a relief. I was so...
Couldn't have asked for a better judge. Zhongli said everything I was supposed to say, only far more eloquently. So, without further ado, I shall pass the baton to Venti. No problem. Friends old and new, put on your thinking caps and take a deep breath of fresh air. The second stage of our poetry gala will now commence. Matching couplets.
Perhaps I could break the ice with a humble contribution to inspire. Please listen to the first line in the couplet.
What? He managed to think of one all.
Shinue Kiosk. Should that be paired with Lily Pavilion? Or...
Shinue Kiosk. Okay, I got something. Surrounded by history, outside a Tianheng Pass Pavilion.
Wow! Changyun completed the couplet!
Shinue Kiosk is a renowned modern restaurant. While the imagery also contrasts rather well between the two halves of the couplet. One half describing a leisurely and comfortable indoor scene. The other portraying a
Huh? I was just describing what I experienced that day. All right then. I guess I'll start the next couplet. Mind pines for Mingyun. Flesh confined.
Oh, Changyun, you dark horse. Looks like you came to play today.
This conjures the image of one with lofty aspirations, whose life is limited to a small town, but who awaits the opportunity to one day ascend above the clouds.
Oh! Soul shines like jade stone. Wow, how did Noelle do that?
A superb line. It employs the metaphor of precious stone to describe one of noble and moral.
That was a commendable couplet.
All thanks to your guidance while we were out on our inspiration walk. I'd like to start the next couplet. Up into the misty karst, down among the
Lotus seed and bird egg soup?
What is it, Diona? Did you think of a second line for the couplet?
No. Everyone's poems are so complicated. I need more time just to... But when I heard lotus seed and bird egg...
North beyond the Starfell Lake. South across the windswept plains. Just for berries squeezed and mint infused.
No wonder everyone praises the traveler so highly. You answered so quickly.
Both halves of this couplet require intimate knowledge of the terrain in question and the local plants that may be found there. The two of you are clearly both seasoned travelers.
Does this mean I helped? Meowza!
Hey now, Zhongli, don't just praise everything you hear. You should question and press them a bit.
Then allow me to try another. Qingxin has no heart.
Is she talking about the medicinal effects of genshin?
Sweet dream is no dream. Yet it
Sweet dream.
Since the suitability of the match has been queried, I shall...
Oh, you mean eating a delicious dessert before bed?
Then I agree. The two halves...
Points for me, points for thee. This judge gives out points for free. But if you ask me, everyone's being a little too conventional so far.
Oh? In that case, why don't you finish round moon in the heavens, full moon at night?
Oh, square meals in the basement. Big...
Huh? What the?
We have ourselves a... The two halves have no thematic connection, yet each word has its perfect parallel.
Blah, 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 blah. So verbose. Zhongli, just tell me if I got a point or not.
Of course you did. I presumed it went without saying.
Through Cheongji, I walked 100 miles. At Guili,
From vendors, I bought some 15 steaks. At dinner, I sizzled the lot. At pressure, the tenderloin cooks in 2 ticks, but 15 won't fit in the pot.
huh?
So that's a pedant's couplet. I thought of one. Wolf hooks can't hook Baron Bunny. Aw, that's a cute couplet.
Sweet flowers can't outsweet Sister Barbara.
Huh?
Now that's the passion we like to see. Although, unfortunately, your response was technically 1 word too long.
In that case, Whopper Flower...
Oh, this monster's got talent.
I'm so relieved.
Nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts.
Wow, Noelle came up with another one! Come on, match the couplet! Paimon knows you can do it! Do you really think Paimon? Fine, Paimon will give it a whirl. Nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea... Seething in the pouring rain, sword of pain swipes at my What? Really?
Yes, very good. The image of challenging powerful foes in the harshest of conditions seemed to
Really?
It appears that my services as a judge are no longer needed.
Paimon's so happy! Paimon managed to match a bunch of couplets at the end. You did hear them all, right?
I really enjoyed myself too. Oh, I never knew Liyue's couplet poetry was so much fun.
You were amazing today, Noelle. You did so many couplets. Paimon especially liked your one about reading Heart of Clear Spring.
Miss Kelly Roy, are you okay? You look like you're getting tired.
Don't worry, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Although, I do have a question. Have all of you read Heart of Clear Spring?
I haven't actually read it.
My dad told me the story once. It's about a...
Oh, yes. The story of a spring fairy. The boy poured out his heart to her. Over time, the boy grew up and began to develop feelings for the spring fairy. I don't know if Diona's father mentioned the part about the kiss to her.
In the end, the spring fairy left the boy and was never heard from again.
Ah, yes, that's it. Many years went by, and the boy became an old.
Sounds like a tragic.
So, what do you guys think of the spring fairy in the story?
I'm sure she made her decision with the best of intentions, but the boy couldn't hope to understand.
Well, do you think she should go back and see that boy again? If she. Now? But isn't he an old man by the end of the story?
Isn't it a bit... sorry.
If Paimon was that boy. Actually. I see.
Oh? Looks like the party's still going strong over here. Are you coming up with more couplets? Need my help?
Stick to hosting, Tone Deaf Bard. If you get involved, you'll only match every couplet yourself and not leave any for the rest of us.
I never knew you had such a high opinion of my abilities, Paimon. But the couplet games are all over now. Tomorrow's theme is freestyle poetry.
Do we have to share our own poems with everyone?
That's right. If you're not feeling confident, don't worry. It's never too late to register for Venti's Poetry Cram class.
I'll sign up.
Oh, me too.
Hold on there, Buster. Before you start peddling your classes, just how much freedom is there with this freestyle poetry exactly?
It's as free as the winds that blow. And there's nothing freer. There are no limits to genre, form, Give it a try. There's no better chance to express your innermost thoughts.
Whoa, that's almost too much freedom. Paimon can't decide which way to go. Our travels, or maybe all the food that the travelers cooked for Paimon. Will you come too, Kelly Roy? Paimon wants to see what you write. Oh, yes, I'll be there.
Ugh, my nose is starting to itch again. All right, I shall leave you to privately ponder your poems and bid you all good night.